here today is Tarren Hudson. She is our person who is in charge of our website and social media marketing. Is that kind of correct?
Yes.
She is also helping out with our softball program this year. So I'm going to let her tell a little bit about herself, and then she's going to give us a spiel. You're going to ask questions, however long it takes, it takes. Questions? Let's go ahead and give her a round of applause.
Thank you. My name is Tarren Hudson. I am originally from Wichita, Kansas. I was a student athlete like most of you guys. I played 2 years at Coffeyville Community College. I played softball. And then after there, I went ahead and played 2 more years out of 4-year. It was called Alva University. It's in Kansas City. It did take me 5 years to get my bachelor's degree, which is fairly normal for student athletes. I actually got my degree in kinesiology, so very, very different than what I am working with right now in terms of marketing. What else? Oh, after I graduated college, I moved back to Wichita and I started working at a gym. It's called Orange Theory. I was there for about 4 months before I started actually managing the whole thing. And then towards the end of me being there, I managed 3 of the Orange Theories that we had in Wichita. So with that is kind of where I got into my marketing background. I did have to run all of the social medias for all of those gyms. And I had to do a lot of the marketing as well. So we had a lot of like out of studio events within the community, things like that I had to organize and set up and do all of the things behind that. And then I've been coaching a few youth teams since I graduated college. And the head coach here actually coached me at Coffeyville, and so they reached out to me and they asked if I would be interested in helping coach, and I said yes. In order to do that, I did have to figure out a way to make money, or else it would not make sense for me to leave my full-time job. That was a salary-paying job, so I did end up getting the social media and website managing job on campus. How that came about, obviously, because I don't have a degree in marketing or advertising or anything like that. I do have a 4-year degree, which set me apart from all the other candidates. And then I also had a little bit of experience with that when I was managing Orange Theory. So that is a little bit about me, but we can go ahead and get into the questions now if you guys have any. Yes.
What's your favorite part about your job?
That I'm not tied to a desk. I move around on campus a lot, and I get to interact with a lot of different people. So I do enjoy that part.
What's your least favorite?
Fielding emails all day. That is not something that I ever thought I would do. So that is probably the least favorite part, just because ever since we launched the website, which is new, I've gotten probably 10 to 15 emails a day just on the edits for that part. So right now, that part is my least favorite. Yes.
What's a metric of success that you have? What are your metrics like if you're doing well or?
Yeah, so that kind of goes into the analytics of all of our social media posts. So right now, since I did just get into this position, the analytics prior to me coming in were pretty low. So there's not really a bar set. So I've been using, after this month is when I'll start to set my numbers to see how all of the posts that I've posted have done. And then I'll start to use those analytics. I just use MetaSuites for that.
What is MetaSuites?
So
How does
it's,
that work?
yeah, so it basically is Facebook and Instagram, and it has all of your numbers and all of your analytics in it. It's basically just an easy platform to track how my posts are doing, and what posts do better, what time of day they do better. So it just helps you get a better understanding of when to post, and you can also geo-track or push out to certain like categories to then boost your posts that way. So if I want to reach a certain demographic, I can edit that to where it boosts more to that demographic than to others. Yes?
What is the biggest challenge you face when creating and distributing information for PCC?
Probably realizing that no matter what I put out, I'm not going to please everybody. So just as long as it aligns with the school values, then that's okay. Yeah,
What inspires you to get into marketing advertising?
honestly, coaching softball. I'm gonna be honest, that's what brought me here. However, I do like it. Like I said, I had to do a little bit of it with when I was managing a gym. It wasn't my favorite part, but I am starting to enjoy it a lot more, honestly. So I would, like, if I ever stopped coaching, I would probably gear everything more towards this side now, so.
Which social media pages are you responsible for?
So I have the Pratt Community College, the official one, the Facebook and the Instagram, and we just made a TikTok, but don't have any videos on it yet. So those are the ones that I manage.
How much have you like implemented AI in your position? Do you do a lot, or is it something you're still hesitant?
In terms of like creating captions, I use AI often for that. When it comes to like actual things, AI is not, it's accurate, but it can still make mistakes. So you can use AI, but you also have to make sure that you double check and triple check that everything is correct. But I would say I use it often.
What kind of things are you looking for TikTok videos?
In this day and age, short and quick things to grab people's attention. We have a few ideas of things that we want to do with interacting with students because stuff like that typically does better. Now it's just me trying to find the time to get on campus and do it because the website has been taking a lot of my time right now. So,
Where do you get all the ideas from?
TikTok. So, you know, other people's pages, things that just are popular right now. Yeah.
Anybody else? Going once?
Yeah.
What's like your end goal? The job is like a place you want to be at?
Like in my professional career? No, not really. I knew that I always wanted to be a coach, so this was my stepping stone for it. Like I said earlier, I am starting to like this side of it a lot more than I had anticipated. So I wouldn't be surprised if I ended up doing this in 10 years. Yeah.
What kind of like processes do you go through to create a new website or like a revamped website?
Yeah, so we actually went through an advertising company. So we didn't design the website. We paid someone else to do it. So I just make the edits for the website now. So it's already created. I didn't have any part of that. I just now update everything and make sure all of our content is correct.
Is there any post or some kind of social media avenue that you're most proud of?
As of right now, the only thing that I have, aside from our social media posts that I put out, is the newsletter. I did revamp it, so it has a new design, and I've gotten a lot of compliments on that, so probably that right now would be the newsletter.
Even going back into the gym, is there anything that you did there that you can say, man, I did that?
We have like a big event that they did every year, and the years prior to me taking over and managing everything, it was a little chaotic. So I would say that we did keep everything in line in that sense of all of our social media was in line, because 3 different studios are ran technically by 3 different people that managed them, and I oversaw all of them. So I was able to keep all the content the same on those, so that was probably a good thing.
Least proud?
What'd you say?
Least proud? Or something you look back and go, man, I wish I had that to do all over again? Sorry.
but it's okay, because I don't know.
Was it easier to market for Orange Theory or Pratt?
And it's kind of a heavy loaded question. Essentially, it's easier to market for Pratt. However, you have to make sure you stay in certain guidelines. Whereas for Orange Theory, corporate gave us things to post because it is a corporation. So they gave us essentially a monthly calendar, and it was like post this on this day, post that on this day, post that on this day. So in terms of that, it was easier. So I'd say Orange Theory, Pratt's a little bit more hard because we do have, like I said, a lot of guidelines we have to stay under. There's a lot of rules that I have to follow, style guides, things like that.
You have
So,
some creative freedom within Pratt and Orange Theory.
yes, yeah. Yeah.
When did you stop here, Rob?
September of this year, so I've only been here for a little over a month now. Yeah.
How's softball?
It's good. Yeah, I'm enjoying it.
Is there any coursework that you would recommend? So you didn't, this wasn't your degree,
No,
right?
yes.
So if you were to go back, knowing what you know now, what other courses might you take or would you think would be interesting?
Yeah, I would have definitely taken a photography class for sure. And I would have definitely paid more attention to my English classes in terms of writing papers because I do a lot of writing. And then probably another, like a marketing class, because I didn't take any of those. That wasn't, this, I could not have foreseen me working in a job like this when I was in college, just because I was dead set on one thing, so. Yeah, that's probably what I would do if I could go back. Yeah.
So is that advice you would give your college self? Like, writing your papers and going to the photography class?
Yeah, so honestly, I can honestly say when I was at my junior, I was a terrible student. And I thought that school was just not for me, which is not true. Once I got into my like degree specific classes, I actually did really well. But yes, I would definitely go back and take those classes. However, like I said, I had no idea I was gonna end up here. So branch out, take a variety of classes to figure out what you like. I may have realized earlier that I liked this if I would have done that, but I was dead set on one thing, and so I didn't branch out and do anything else.
What was that one thing?
Sorry, what'd you say?
What was that one thing?
Well, I'm kind of doing it. I wanted to be a softball coach. Originally, I was going to be a PE teacher, because being a teacher is one of the easiest ways to become a coach. So I'm partially living it right now.
Does anybody else have any questions?
So would you leave Martin for a coach job?
Yeah, I would. Just because that's something that I always envisioned myself doing since a little girl. But if it ever came down to it where I needed more stability, I would definitely go back into marketing for sure.